Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fun with Dumb. I'm here with my co-host, Steffi Bake.
That's me.
And I am dumbfounded. Returning here, 2024, refreshed,
Yay.
coming back from Korea and Bali. I was on a Bali day, just some self-care, waterfalls with my waterfalls fingers, hiking, just cleansing. I did some skincare stuff in Korea.
You got some new clothes?
This
You're
not new.
all
I've had
greened.
this.
You're all greened out
greened
here.
out, even
Yeah.
the socks.
Oh yeah, I forgot to share that I'm joined here by three homegirls of mine.
Don't forget about us.
We got Diana Bake,
Hi.
which is Steffi's sister. Talking to the mic.
Hi.
Yeah, that's Steffi Bake's sister. She's been on the show before. We got Blair Kimchi right there.
Hey.
And we have Sheila Ave.
What's up, no?
Hi.
A lot of feminine energy here today, which I love and invite into my home all the time because it needs to be cleansed of this toxic masculinity sometimes.
Okay. Interesting.
Wow.
Toxic masculinity, eh?
Is that virtue signaling? Or?
That felt like it.
It felt like the girls from The Craft here just performing a ritual to get it out of here.
No,
Yeah.
we love it. It's good.
We
You
like
love
all
toxic
the
masculinity? Or?
No.
Oh.
We love the girls
not what I
around and
meant.
also making everything pink
Oh,
to
yeah.
to separate
Yeah.
yourself from all that.
I'm the one who bought these couches.
I know. We said thank you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. I feel like if anybody can be in the presence of a lot of women, it would be you.
Anyways, I love having you guys on here.
Anyway, thanks for having us.
I love having y'all on. How's everybody's lives doing? In all aspects, whether it's love, financially, spiritually, mentally. How you guys doing?
I feel pretty it's the beginning of the year and typically I have all these like goals and things that, every year. This year I don't. So
No goals.
No real like set goals.
No
And
goals or ambitions.
No, it's almost like I'm carrying on the ambitions from last year. And I don't feel so much pressure as I normally do.
The rollover minutes.
The rollover, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I like the new plan and I'm sticking to it.
What are some of the rollover goals that you've had from last year?
Ooh, I definitely want to work on making close friends who are not in the industry. That's
Not in this
not
industry.
not in the
Not-
industry.
No IG close friends, like serious close friends.
Yeah, people who don't really have a following or anything like that, who are more grounded.
You can't make friends with
No,
following.
we can't. I can't. No,
Well, you can't have friends-
normies. Exactly.
You can't have friends with followings.
No. I do. I have that already, but I also want the ones that are just like
Under-
not even in our space.
1,000 followers, is that too much?
That might be one too much. I'm gonna keep it
Under
under
a
1,000. Let's keep it another 1,000.
Wow. So Sheila can't be your friend.
Dang.
She,
No, Virgos are exceptions. I'm going
Okay.
to speak on behalf of all Virgos right now.
Yeah.
That's her no word today. Virgo. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. You could say Virgo. You could say. All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what else we got over here. How are you doing, Diana? This is Steffi Bake's sister, just to clarify. Again.
we love her.
Who's also a Virgo.
We love her. She's a Virgo also.
Yeah, I'm the third Virgo in the room. Oh, you're a Virgo moon.
Oh,
right?
Virgo.
Virgo moon. There's a bunch
No,
of
they're
Virgo
5
energy
because
in
his
here.
Virgo rising.
Virgo rising?
We're all Virgoed out.
So
All right,
intense.
all right.
Well, I was just going to
So-
say with Virgo, one thing that we always talk about is improvement. That's like a very Virgo
Improvement.
trait. And so I
Yeah.
feel like going into the new year, I just want to improve, not put too much pressure on myself, like my sister said. And yeah, I'm feeling hopeful and optimistic that I'll just be a nicer person to myself, honestly.
Ooh, I love that. Accepting
Yes.
yourself
Yes.
fully instead of trying to,
I'm big on that.
instead of
Self-compassion.
compassionate.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel it too.
Being kind to
No
yourself.
facial expression. I feel it too. Yeah. That's good. How about you, Blair? How you feeling?
I feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's good in your life? You got a big smile on your face.
No, I'm just excited. I'm like so excited for the new year. Like I feel like my theme this year is like getting my power back. Like I feel like
Where'd it
I,
go?
like, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm like I feel it. It's coming back, and I feel like I like just let it go for a little while. And now
Really?
I feel like
Mm.
this year is like reclaiming my power.
How does one lose their power?
Like just being like a yes man or not
Oh.
speaking up or like not trusting your intuition
That's
or just
true.
like going like the easy route rather than like the way that might be more difficult but is more like powerful.
Ooh,
I
like
will say
that.
I lost
Yeah.
my power for a bit too.
Yeah.
And I think it was weird because I've always had main character energy. And for a while, I lost that main character energy and I was an extra for a bit. You know what I mean?
It's okay to be an
Can
extra
relate.
for a bit though.
It's true.
You know?
You get to relax a little bit
Right.
because when you see a main character from the sidelines, you realize how stressful that can be.
And then you're like, oh, thank goodness it's not me
Yeah.
going
It's like,
through the pressure.
Yikes, they're getting canceled.
And then you
I
dyed your
also-
hair green and back to the main character. It looks great.
I don't know. Yeah, I wonder if that was a cry for main character energy.
Was it?
I don't know.
Oh,
What do you guys take from this? Like, what do you see? Like, if I posted this, like, guys, has got my hair dyed. Like,
You-
what's
you
the
did
first
post
thought?
For me,
So
you're like
you fully did. you
What?
fully did a a hard
I
launch
did
of
a
your
hard
hair.
launch, yeah, because I changed the profile picture and everything.
Yeah.
But what's the first thing you would assume that I'm going through?
I feel like for me, I thought to me, if I like didn't know you and I saw it, I'd be like, oh, he's like living his best life. He's like doing the thing that he
Okay, so
wanted
Same.
to do.
positive.
Right? It's a
Yeah.
positive thing. Yeah.
Okay. For all of you guys?
Because you're
Yeah.
saying because people think like if you change your hair, sometimes it's like they're going through
They're
something.
like, what are
or
you
they're-
doing? You know, like that kind of thing. Because a lot of people don't have necessarily the courage to create a big change in any form.
You are brave.
No, I wasn't. Hair, I was like very scared about.
No, but you did it. How do you feel when you did it? Did you feel better?
I felt refreshed. Yeah, I felt a little better.
Did you always want to do this?
I dyed my hair in high school.
Okay.
In high school, I had like red hair, and then like it started fading away, which I didn't think about, and it started turning really pink.
That's cool too, though.
Yeah.
It was cool, but at the time I wasn't like confident enough, you know.
Uh-huh.
And then people were like Asian Gwen Stefani and like doing all that, and
Yeah.
it was
Oh, it traumatized you, and then you stopped.
I
Until
didn't stop.
recently.
I rocked the pink until it faded completely, but it was fine.
Yeah. A
Nice.
song from Rush Hour had red hair.
That's great. Well, how you feeling, Sheila?
I'm also feeling good. It doesn't really feel like the new year per se. It's more so like it's like on paper it is a new year, but I think physically, mentally, emotionally, all of that, it's like, you know what? Okay, last year ended and now I'm ready to just like refresh a little bit, but it just like you said, it's like accept or being kind to yourself and accepting that, you know, I don't have to like go gung ho like on fucking
You went pretty hard last year.
I did go pretty hard, but I'm about to go harder. Wait, what did I go hard on?
I'm just saying the content was going hard.
Yeah, that's
was-
gonna.
Content's always going hard.
Content's
Yeah.
always going hard.
Yeah, you guys' content goes pretty hard every day. It seems very exhausting for your neighbors. Yeah,
No, they love that.
they do.
They do.
So
Nobody's complained thus far.
No one's complained.
Not one person.
Wow.
Except you. And you don't even live in my building.
I'm complaining for your neighbor. Yeah, on their behalf.
You mean
but I
because of the
think
dancing?
this.
I don't know. Who knows?
Wait,
I'm just
what?
kidding. I'm just
Me
kidding.
dancing?
No, are they aware of your dancing skills?
Yeah.
They are. I'm sure you give them a sample in the hallways.
I do,
Whenever you
always.
shoot there.
I'm like, everybody check in at the lot or leasing office. I'll be doing a quick 1-2.
Are you
What
guys-
is as dancers? Is there anything that's like really annoying people ask you all the time about?
I just literally get really annoyed when we're out and people are like, come on, Sheila. Oh, come on, Sheila. Show them what you got, Sheila. Sheila, they're asking for you to battle them. And I'm like, everyone
you're
chill
also
out.
like, I thought you never ask. Like you have that energy too, though.
That is true.
Yeah.
But it really depends on the kind of person, the group. It's like read the room, you know?
Because I've seen you go like to a festival overseas. I think you did do this where you were like dancing crazy and everyone was circled. You were the only one going. So I know nobody said anything. You just decided to go in.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying when we're like at a club or a lounge or a bar and my friends start taking my jacket off for me, I'm like, whoa. Yo, chill. And yeah. And they're like, and I gotta go along with it. I'm like,
She works it into the routine. Yeah.
but
Well,
as dancers, that's kind of frustrating for
Yeah, I mean, you love dancing too.
I do love me some dancing.
But you're complaining about a dancing situation earlier where you were saying you're dating some dude and he was a dancer, which you usually would encourage and love that he's a dancer.
Yeah, so I went on a date with this guy 3 years ago, and I actually went dancing right after. Like I did the dinner, then I went to go dance, and I loved how he danced. We had such a good time because he had just a lot of energy and it was silly. So, but I didn't go out with him because we had an electric kiss, and it was almost like too much of a good thing that I, for some reason, thought there's no way this is going to work out. It's too much. Wow. So after that kiss, I left. But he kind of pursued me for 3 years, and he was like, "Hey, by the way, I looked on CoStar, which is like a astrology thing, and he said that he's a triple Scorpio." So I was like, "Oh, that's probably why it felt so electric. He's just an intense person." You're a Scorpio, right? Yeah. I love Scorpios, but
Wait, you always say this thing about electric and passionate kisses. Like every time that happens, it's like, no, that's too much. I'm out of here. I don't understand. Why is that a bad thing?
It's not a. People keep telling me it's not a bad thing, but there's something like in my body that's like, if it's maybe it's self-sabotage. Maybe I'm just like, I shouldn't date that. What do you guys think?
Wait, that's interesting. Like the concept of self-sabotaging and what it. Wow, I said that so fancy. Sabotaging. Like what ultimately, like how do you recognize that, and what makes you continue pursuing that relationship, being aware that you are potentially self-sabotaging?
But you're saying it's so passionate that it feels like a commitment already. Like you kiss and you're
Or
like,
you're afraid of getting hurt.
I'm definitely getting pregnant. like that kind of thing, or what is it?
Oh wait, okay. So I also think that there's sometimes this idea that if you've been attracted to specific types of people and you have a specific kind of attachment style, that sometimes when things feel like it's too much chemistry, that it also might mean there's something off about it. Like you don't trust your own intuition.
Yes, it's like me thinking maybe it's toxic because it was so good. Do you know what right? Something like that, where I'm like, oh, I've been in a situation with someone like this maybe before, and I knew it wasn't good for me. Because like, you ever have like, you just like have so much fucking chemistry, but it's because like it's a attachment style thing.
Well, could you tell him to like tone it down a little bit? Like,
I could have, but more than anything, I was like, nah, it's not gonna work. And then, but 3 years later, I told my sister about what he said about the triple Scorpio. Dude, our astrology sign thing, the app said that we were 100% match. 100%. So not only that, I told Diana, and she was like, okay, you need to go out with him. And then I told my therapist, and she was like, yeah, go out with him. So I went out with him. And then I went out with him, and then he was like, really. We had a good time the first date. The second time, we went dancing, and it was so bad. It was like,
wait, so he got worse at dancing?
Yeah, he was like dancing like this. No, but seriously, it wasn't joking.
Wait, but
like,
you mean
okay? Disclaimer for him, because I'm a dancer. Sometimes I dance bad on purpose because I don't want to be like doing the most, because I know I can't really.
But you're gonna dance silly.
So sometimes I'll just be like, dancing not good on purpose.
Okay, that makes sense. But aren't you then smiling, letting the person know you're being silly, or are you gonna try to be like give straight face?
Sometimes I will hit like an Egyptian, like really, seriously.
I know when I'm dancing bad, when I'm around dancers and they know I'm dancing bad, because they'll do this. They'll be like, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, go on.
Come on. They're like real encouraging, you know what I mean? Like,
wait, that means it's bad?
Go off.
Go off. I see you.
Yeah. Wait, is that true though? Like, if someone's dancing really bad, do you point it out, or do you try to not acknowledge it and you guys just like don't make eye contact with them? Because that's what I do. If someone's really bad, I'll just like also dance so they don't feel awkward, but I don't think they know.
So you will dance bad for a guy you like?
Yeah.
Damn.
But you will know that. I mean, the person already probably knows that I'm a dancer. So that's the thing. I'm like, maybe there's no way he was a good dancer before and then was just a bad dancer.
I think before he was willing to be silly with me, so we were both like laughing. It was a first date and it was exciting. So we were just being silly. This time, the vibes were way off, and his body was way off with the body, like this. And then I was just like, I couldn't do it anymore.
If
I
I-
was
Maybe
so
it was a full moon.
I don't even know what that means.
he was turning into a werewolf. So Michael
I mean,
Jackson came
yo.
alive. Like what?
If I was dating a dancer, like I'm holding their jacket aggressively, you know, like go ahead, you know, like you do your thing. I'll be the support extra hard. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm not gonna try to match their energy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna support the hell out of them. You know what I mean? Got a water bottle and
Yeah.
shit. You want water?
Yeah. Anyways, it was like a major ick for me. So like right after, I like literally 15 minutes into it, I was like, hey, I think I gotta go.
But
And that was it.
did he have to take you home? Like, had you called
No,
an Uber?
it was
what?
like a neighborhood bar. So we
Okay.
actually walked back to my place because I thought about, I was like, maybe it's fine if we just like go back home.
Yeah.
But I literally sat down like 2 minutes into it. I was like, hey, I'm just not feeling it, man, today. And that was it. And he was like, all right. And he left. And I was like, okay.
Did you hear from him again?
No, but you know what? Recently, he liked a picture. Whoa!
He's still curious.
He's still curious.
He's like, what
about
did I
that.
do
I
that
mean,
night?
liking
He's probably
a-
thinking about it every day. Like, what went wrong?
He's like, was oh my god!
Liking a picture is not hard at all.
Wait, let me
Very-
ask you a question though, real quick. If he were to come back and be like, "Hey, so what went wrong?" Would you be like, "Yo, it's the way you move. It's the way
I
you
w-
move. It's the way you move."
I'd be like, just watch the episode from this day on my podcast, and you'll know.
Oh, okay. You would? You wouldn't tell him directly, like, "Yo, honestly, like, I just want you to
He
tell
would
me
have
that."
just been
Oh
like,
my god, no!
he would have just been like, I was just copying you.
yeah, I was mirroring you.
Yeah, I
No.
mean, yeah, it's fine. I mean, that's a boner killer. Like, I'm not the best dancer, but if there's a girl who can't really dance, like, it turns me off. You know
Really?
what I
Is that an
mean?
ick for you?
Interesting.
It's an ick for me. It is. Yeah, like I've gone on a date with a girl who was super like hot, and I thought she was swagged out. Like, drip was crazy, you know. And then we went out, and the music came on, started dancing. I was like, whoa, where did this energy come from? I never knock anyone trying to dance and have a good time. It's
Yeah.
fine, but it definitely was like it kind of turned me off a little bit.
I think I could see that if you're dressed well and you look a certain style, that something about the body movement can really turn a person off. Like I could see that it doesn't match up a line.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, if you dance goofy, like wear a goofy blazer or something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
wear
Yeah.
some suspenders or some
Like,
shit.
don't
Like,
ruin it, you know?
Yeah.
Some suspenders.
yeah. Okay. Well, it's good to know you guys are doing well. Yeah. Wait, did you answer your shit?
I did. I just said,
Feeling good.
2024 is going to be a good year. It's the year of the dragon, too. So
Are you a dragon?
we out here. Yeah.
You got a dragon energy.
Shoot, really?
Yeah. I'm a dragon.
Oh, I could feel
Slithering
that.
everywhere in the sky. I don't know.
Is that what dragons do these days?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't mean
They're
that.
sliding,
breathe the fire.
slipping.
Yeah.
No.
What are dragons like?
Dragons are supernatural and just very assertive and persistent and fiery and just, strong personalities.
Hoop earrings usually.
Yeah. Bigger the better.
Are you guys all single?
Who's asking?
I'm asking. I'm just asking. Are you guys
Who's
single?
asking?
Yeah.
I am not.
You're not single. You're in a relationship. How long have you been in a relationship?
2 years.
Wow. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You've always been in a kind of were you in a relationship last time you were on this show?
I don't think so.
Because we
No.
did like a single like call or something, right? Like we had
We
people
try to
call
match you up or something.
and try to match you up.
Oh yeah.
And we had like 3 candidates call and like nobody had any game.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I think I was single then. Yeah, for sure.
And then we tried to match up that dude from the UK. He was like, "Hello."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what happened
Yeah.
to that guy?
I hung out with
He's
him
not
when I went to
single
the UK.
anymore. He's
Is he with somebody?
I think he's with somebody.
Oh,
Mac Easy.
awful.
Yeah.
he got
Oh,
with
yeah.
somebody.
Oh, Mac Easy.
We all
Yeah.
like him.
Shout out Mac
Yeah.
He's got a great accent and he's a good guy.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
flew
he's
out here to
cool.
meet you up. You stood him up. It's crazy. No, I'm kidding.
bad.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, he found the love of his life, so
Yeah,
congrats
yeah.
to you.
Well, I'm always jealous because I see Sheila's like parents posting up like travel videos. Well, you're posting their travel stuff, and they seem like they got a really good relationship.
Yeah, they do actually. It's actually my stepdad. But
Yeah, your
they've
stepdad.
been together for like 32 years. And they actually talk about it more so now because they're like, you know, we really like went through some shit and we decided to stick it out, and they're like better than ever.
What
I
do you
would
think?
like to say.
Have you asked them like what is it? What's the secret?
They chose each other. Like, you have to consciously choose to be with your partner and I guess work on the relationship. You know, like it's like, okay, I choose you, so I'm gonna nourish this relationship, and when something hard comes along, we're gonna work through it.
Right.
Yeah. And
D-
also they're
be
older. Like
dedicated.
they don't got what?
Be dedicated to
Yeah,
each
exactly.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of like to be transparent, like there were a lot of moments that my stepdad and I, like our relationship was very, very bad, and it caused a lot of stress between my mom and him, and it was difficult a lot of the times. But I think just after a while, mainly after I left home, they're like, oh, we actually do belong together. It's like Sheila's out of the picture.
It was that dragon in you.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they just, you know, they actively work, they travel a lot, they like choose to do life together
Oh.
as
Is
partners.
So is it like goals? Like, are you trying to find something similar? Or do
Yeah,
you find it.
I am. Yeah, but I don't want to find someone just to follow in their footsteps. To settle is what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to find someone that I want to do life with, and I'm sure they did that too.
You haven't found
but-
anyone you like chose almost, or like you decided to choose and you unchose them.
Sorry.
If you could unchoose, right? But if you choose, I guess you're choosing up. So
How much choose could would choose choose?
Yeah.
How much
Would
choose would it choose?
choose?
I'm kind of going through some just like self questioning right now because I am dating and there are like a lot of decent potentials out there that I'm like, oh wow, like this could really be it. But then I'm like, nah, I can't do it. Can't do it.
Why? Because a flaw comes up.
Yeah. An ick.
What's one ick? You don't got to specify a person.
Like someone can be so generous, like good heart, good person, and good soul, you know? But you're just not physically attracted to them. Like,
That's
what do you
fine.
do in that sense?
Did I already talk about this?
I don't think
My
so.
friend told me that they're married now, right? My
Yeah.
friend married this girl, and the wife told me she was not attracted to the husband, like the first few dates. And so she's a scientist, and she's like, you got to use pheromones. She's like, you might not like some, but you know they're a great person for you.
Yeah.
Spray your favorite perfume on them. And I thought that shit made sense. That
Wait.
made sense to me. She like she's like, I put that shit everywhere. I put it on him. I made him, and then like she said she was like attracted to him because
Her
of that.
perfume?
No, her.
This
no,
is
she
like
chose
witchcraft.
She
She
chose
chose
something
something.
for
I
him.
know.
Let me
But
tell you
because
right
she's
now.
a scientist, I believe. Do you know what I'm saying?
I believe
Like,
that. I
believed
believe
it.
that.
No
believe that. Do you
fragrance
wanna know
is gonna
why?
make a 4 and 8. I'll tell you that.
No,
you
no.
know?
That's-
Bro, they have a baby in a house and stuff.
I believe that because the last time I was in his closet, I was looking at the colognes and I was like, and then I started smelling it, and then I could feel myself being a little bit more turned on. And I was like, oh.
But does he not wear those colognes?
He does though. But
So they're not working.
But what
Were
happened?
you attracted to him
It
initially?
turns you off for like 5 seconds, and you're like, "We'll snap out of it." He's ugly.
Wait, what? So now,
sorry.
but you didn't.
I
Did it
liked
work?
and I realized I was like, oh yeah, like pheromones pheromones do have a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately it's also like what like the physical aspects. Like what if you can't wear cologne all the fucking time?
No,
what
you
gotta
have
do.
to.
What you have.
You have to carry those little free vials
No.
at Sephora. You got to carry that.
No. What you
agreed.
got to do is, if he's great, but you don't have the physical attraction, then you just make him your friend. Like you keep him around as a friend. That's a great friend to have, right? Like that's
Yeah.
everything you want in a friend. Like you don't
Yeah.
want to be physically attracted to them, but you want someone you can rely on.
She's not trying to find
loyal.
another friend. She's trying to find a person to
But
like.
that's what I'm saying. You keep
Yeah.
moving on. Like you can't do nothing about it. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'll be honest. I've learned to love somebody I wasn't physically attracted to as
Yeah,
well.
and
Like, it's
I can
happened.
too. It's happened to me before.
Like
in the
all
past.
of a sudden, like you're like, what? I am attracted.
But do
to
you
this
just
person.
love them and have eyes for everybody else? And then you
That's a
hurt
good
that
point.
person.
That has happened too.
that has
I will
happened to
say.
me too.
Yeah.
You don't want that. You want to be like
Right.
obsessed with somebody's face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that is something that I've had in the past. I've been obsessed with like a face. You know, like that's a pleasant face to look at.
What's
all
more
the
important
time.
though? Like for
I have no idea this feeling.
I think you have to be obsessed with somebody's face in your partner. Like you gotta love that your
does that
partner's
make
face.
up for lack of other things?
Oh, you mean like
Yeah, like
body? No, I don't care about that as much. I think face wise, you got to look at that person every single morning,
right,
like
right, yeah.
into their face, their eyes,
Rollovers,
and all
stank
that.
breath and everything.
Yeah, so I
Eye
think
boogers.
you can't wake up every
Yeah.
day and look at a face and be like, oh God, not this face again.
But it's gonna change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But what if that changes in like 20, 30 years?
It doesn't matter. You grow with your eyes grow with that face. You know what I'm saying? For that face.
Yeah, I agree. If it hurts to look at that person initially and you like everything else about them, like I don't know
Okay.
why force it, right? It's like there's probably someone else out there who has other great qualities and a face you love to look at.
Yeah.
But what part of it was it that what part of that person were you not attracted to? Was it like the face? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whisper.
A little.
Tad bit. But we have our taste in. What are you gonna do?
There's a little bit of something. It's like even
got
me,
it.
like I wouldn't. I'm not necessarily attracted to girls with the most traditional beauty faces. I'm just saying, like I know when I like a face and I don't. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has that thing
Right.
about them.
Would you, if he could get free plastic surgery, and you could make it look whatever you wanted? Do you think it? Is this mean?
No, this is a good question.
It's a good
No,
question,
it's
yeah.
like it's serious. Like, would you think that knowing he had plastic surgery, but he looks exactly how you want him to look? Do you think you could be with him?
Would that be a turnoff too if a dude got plastic surgery?
Yeah.
It would.
I wouldn't change it. I'd rather walk out.
Right. Okay.
This is a good question for all of you guys. Would it be a turnoff if you knew your dude had a nose job, a chin job, a cheekbone job?
Nose job, not
Not
necessarily.
Nose job
Not a
is
nose
cool?
job.
Nose job is cool. Yeah.
Okay, what else?
Botox is fine.
I think it depends what he
Botox is
looks
fine.
like.
Im-
Right?
like if it was a
looks
good-
good.
You know what?
then
I
whatever.
think I'd feel a little weird about like if he did this one of those things.
Yeah.
Facelift.
Yeah.
That would
Facelift.
that to me maybe not now. Maybe
Why
it'll be
facelift
different.
is like not even really full on cosmetic. Like if anything, the other stuff is more.
What? That's
What
a
do you
full
mean?
surgery.
Oh, is it surgery? Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
like a Botox thing.
you like
No,
cut the
they
hairline and then
okay,
you
I
pull
didn't
the
know.
face.
I see.
I mean, maybe it'll change for me in like 30 years. But
Yeah.
right now, if I found out that someone like my age was
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, we're talking about icks.
Yeah.
So there are some icks, and your ick is a whole ass face. No.
No.
But so you're just talking about physical attraction. But I'm
Yeah,
talking about
I-
little things too. There are icks that people can't even shake, which is kind of crazy, right?
Right.
There's like little things people can't seem
Yeah.
to shake.
Ooh.
What are some?
I went on a first date with this guy in Texas, and he like was like, "Oh, I got mugged last week," and then he took off his shoe, and he showed me his foot, and while he's taking his shoe off, he's like, "Ow, ow, 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 ow," right? But he wasn't doing that before, like. The whole time we were walking around, it was fine until he talked about the thing and he was taking off the shoe. And then he shows me, and his foot's like bandaged up, band-aided up, and then like there's like a little seep of blood through the sock.
So it was like
And I-
recent or what? And he didn't like get
Yeah,
it
but-
properly treated? Or
Yeah,
what?
but that like turned me off.
Why? It's
Wait,
not his
I-
fault he got shot in the foot.
Like I kind of felt like he was trying to like be like, "Oh, guess what, girl? Like I'm so badass. My foot got shot or
No,
something."
like he
And
got
I don't
shot.
have money.
yeah.
No, there's a way to like preface it and to like communicate that to you. Like it could have been in the beginning or a text or something. I'm like, by the way, like some weird shit happened. I'll tell you about it in person. But like my foot got shot or something. Not like walking around and like
Just a heads up, I got a bullet in my foot.
yeah.
Nah, I mean,
Like, oh
come
my
on.
gosh, tell me all about it.
Right?
I don't understand why
Did
that's
he
a
ask
turn
for
off.
consent before showing you? his
Exactly.
foot?
Why are you
Wow.
why are you taking off your shoe? Nobody wants to see your dirty ass feet, even with blood or without it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just ask.
Okay, is there any other icks besides the bullet foot? All right.
Okay, bloody feet.
Anybody else got anything?
There's just so many.
There's so
It's
many,
like-
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like
I mean, my big things on dates is if it's like feeling like I'm speaking to a wall, like not a good conversationalist.
Totally.
They're on their phones all the way through the date.
how often does that happen to
Yeah,
you?
you should also not be going on dates that have with women like that.
Yeah, with people like that.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. But you know, you can't call it sometimes. You know what I mean? You just pull the trigger on a date, you get there, and that's what you get. And when I'm dealt the cards, I play them. You know, I, mean,
So
I
what do
still
you
play
do?
the game.
Do you like go like this to the phone?
No. I'll crack a joke. I'll be like, "Oh, what's so good? What's so interesting on there?" You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, or else, you know.
I
Have
probably
you
would
ever-
leave, honestly. Like, if like a guy was on his phone the entire time, I'd be like, okay, you know what? Like, I'll see you later.
I challenge you.
You'll just dip.
I would dip, yeah.
Well, you wouldn't say anything. You wouldn't.
I would say something, but I would leave.
What would you say?
I'd probably be like, maybe
Hold
let's.
on. Let me just get on my phone real quick, and then
Okay, put a note on. Oh,
so be on a date.
okay.
Be like, yeah, that's cool, Virgo. All right.
And then I'll just be like, hey, maybe we could do this again when you're not so busy on your phone,
Oh, my
or
bad. It's
if you
just-
seem interested.
It's just
hey,
a work thing. I'm just.
So take care of it, and then I'll be out.
Oh, no.
Already out the
So
door, buddy.
Virgos.
Already out the door.
We're talking about Virgos the last 20 minutes. You think I want to talk about that
So
shit?
tell me one thing that I talked about. One thing I said about a Virgo.
You said Virgos are electric.
Can I challenge you on this?
On what? What do you challenge?
What if
I love it when Steffi challenges.
Challenge.
Go ahead.
just what if they're on the phone because you're not engaging? What if they're on the phone because
Oh,
you're
because
not
I'm not-
interesting or say asking their questions
So you-
or connecting?
So you're saying since this has happened multiple times to me, maybe it's a me problem.
I'm not questioning it. I'm not saying it is.
Nah. I'm a great conversationalist. Look at her. She's on her phone right now.
Sorry,
What's
it's my
going
mom. It's my mom, y'all,
Oh,
and
wow.
she's overseas, so
That's-
it's my mother.
That's a good excuse. I should do that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I should use that.
But did you see how quickly I responded? So it's not a lie.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sick.
Sick move, buddy.
Yeah.
Sick move.
It actually is my mother.
Yeah.
What
no.
is she asking for?
She's asking for my bank account. I
Oh,
gotta know.
dang.
It's a new year.
You're the dragon.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I gotta take it. I'm just
Are
kidding.
you good?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, I went on a date once, and my ick was that we were playing mini golf, and I was starting to win. I'm a very competitive person. I was very excited about this, and then all of a sudden he kept like forgetting what the score was, or like not writing down the score. And in my mind, I know I'm winning, right? Like I'm doing really well. And by the end of the date, I was like, okay, so like let's look at the scorecard. And he's like, no, this doesn't matter. Like I just completely stopped taking score. Like I think he just didn't want to lose.
That
Mini
happened.
golf.
Yep.
First of all, I would be one of those people because I don't. It's not like I'm not invested in the game. Like I don't care about the score. You know what I'm saying? We're just having fun, anyways. You're the winner. Boom. I'm cool with that. Like maybe you're looking too deep into the game aspect of the thing.
I love
which
games.
I respect.
I really like games.
Yeah, I respect it.
I also think like some competition is like sexy or spicy, right? So
Right.
Okay, I respect that. What are your thoughts on this team?
Yeah, I think it would be a little bit weird if the guy was like, "Oh, I just stopped taking."
You'd want to be invested into the score
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Totally.
That's my fault. I'm not a big like. I am competitive, but if I'm on a date, I'm not competitive on a date.
No, but he
you
was
know?
taking score when he was winning. He was initially winning, and then as soon as I started to get closer and closer, I to me it felt like he was insecure or something.
No, maybe he just didn't care about the score.
Then why not keep track of it?
All right. We got some.
Yeah. It
got
seems like the
some-
score was a
Goes both ways.
big.
You guys are all
deal.
competitive here, huh? I know you're
Yeah.
competitive.
Yeah.
I know you're competitive. She's competitive. Are you competitive too?
Loves
Yeah.
to play games. I'm a game night girl.
So it would bug you if your partner beat you in something.
It wouldn't bug me, but if it would bug me if they were winning and then they decided not to keep the score because they didn't want to lose or vice versa. Like, it's all in the fun of the game. Like, someone's got to win. It's a
Yeah.
two-person thing.
Would you ever let your partner win?
No.
No.
Never.
Why would you do that?
yeah.
Never.
If it was life or death, like I would let him win. You know, if he
If having a bad day,
a bad day
then
or
maybe,
just
sure, maybe.
That's so sweet.
I would let my girl win all the time.
all the time.
Not
But
all the
you
time,
just
but I'm
said
saying when,
you
if
don't
they-
care
if
about
they're-
games, though.
Yeah,
That's
you don't care
why.
about the score,
Which
that's
would
fine.
piss me off knowing that you don't like playing games.
That
I
just-
do.
Yeah.
I
Or
do
that you
like
don't care
playing
about winning.
games, but I'm just not. I don't need to keep track of the score. I think it's. I've always been like. There's always been somebody else who's the scorekeeper. You know what I mean? I'm not the scorekeeper.
There is this guy that I went on a date with, and we went to the arcade, and he kept winning every game. And I'm not gonna lie, it was an ick because I wasn't winning, and like he kept, and,
So she's kind
and
of like the guy.
he was like, he's like, oh, you suck. And like because he's like he has like two other siblings, like older female siblings, and
Yeah.
he kept telling me how much I sucked. And he's like, you're so bad at this, and like,
Yeah, that's
and
weird.
maybe I'm insecure or whatever, but like, I was like, I don't want to go out with you anymore. So I didn't.
But this is why. That's like the fact that you can't handle losing is why I want to beat you sometimes. You know what I mean? That stuff.
No, but you can handle losing. It's just how he was treating you.
Yeah, he was
and
being
talking-
mean.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He was being mean.
He was
I
like
see.
negging.
Okay.
He was negging in the way like a sibling does. Like, it's different if you were like, I mean, just like, I mean, I was being a little bit of a bitch though, because it annoyed me how much he was rubbing it in, and I was losing. It sucks to lose when you're playing one of those games.
I just went to Bali recently. You guys
Yeah, how was that
have
trip for
been?
you? Yeah.
It's good. It's like a care wellness kind of country, but a lot of tourists go there for like partying
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
So I think that's why they go. It's like a good balance of both. But I did more of the wellness side of things.
Did you party at all?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you looked very active.
The people I went with are all about self-care and wellness, and I would like to try dabble. They're like, you don't want that. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, can we just check it out at least? So we didn't do it. But next time I go, I kind of want to do both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, looked
But
like a lot of adventure time for you.
Yeah. Looked pretty good, right, in that waterfall.
It did, actually. I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, the homie knew how to do it. He was like, you got to turn the lights down on the thing, low exposure.
Oh,
just so you
okay.
see the darkness and
So
the
it's all
shadows.
just a facade.
It's a facade. Yeah,
Cool.
it's I'm not
Thanks
as
for
jacked.
admitting that.
I'm not as jacked, but it's
Yeah.
the facade worked. You know what I mean? People were like, I didn't know you were that jacked. It's like, I've been working.
I was like, dang, look at those muscles.
That's you were like,
No.
I couldn't even get my legs.
You got a cramp. You were like,
I couldn't even. I did they had a free yoga class at my hotel. And
like
it was
that. That's
just
cool.
me and the two homies taking it that morning. And the yoga instructor came, and she was like a super hot yoga instructor. And it was just 3 dudes.
was she like from Bali?
Bali, Indonesian, yeah.
Oh,
it was
that's
cool. Yeah. So we
Cool.
did that. We did, yeah.
Super hot yoga.
Yeah.
Does it make you
Yoga.
want to be better at yoga when the instructor's hot?
No.
Like, did you
That's
feel
funny.
a
Yes.
certain way like you had to?
That matters to me. I think not. It doesn't matter that she's hot, but it does encourage me, and like I'll listen to everything she tells me to do. Like I don't know why. It's just like
Yeah.
it does.
if she did a position that was definitely not a yoga position, but she just told you to do it, and you were like, I've never done this before, but it felt weird, would you still do it because she
what
told you to do it?
You know,
because she's hot?
I was proud of myself because that one move where you put your head on the ground and you put your legs straight up.
Downward dog.
No.
Headstand?
No, he's a stand.
It's like
the
a stand. It's just your
like a
legs are up and your head are
Headstand.
down.
Oh,
A
the triangle,
headstand.
Yeah, no, that's not. It's not.
You know why you
Headstand.
could do it now is because you got rid of the fro thing.
It's just no. I have good balance. It's not just my hair.
You don't think it was because it's slipping around?
No, the
powder?
other two of my friends couldn't do it, and my legs were straight up, and they were like impressed.
Yeah.
And I hadn't done that move in like
Wow.
years. Yeah.
Were you hoping
girl
that she
gave him
saw
the
it?
motivation.
Yeah, I was like, did it help
like,
that
oh,
she
Mama,
was
look
I
like,
could do it. I could do a headstand right now. Should I just do
then.
it?
Go ahead.
Can you do it?
Prove
Do a
it.
headstand. Go.
No, you
Do
first.
it.
You go after.
I mean, sure, but we're talking about you here.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do a headstand.
Show us.
Do it.
Show us what went
Pretend
down
to
in
Bali.
Bali.
yoga lady.
Yeah.
I didn't warm up into it. Hold on, let me warm up into it. All right,
do you need a picture of the teacher?
Headstand into downward facing dog. Wait, start with downward facing dog.
I got to start with that. Right?
Yeah, start with downward facing dog. Yo, nice. Oh, really good.
But I did it last time. I kept it there. All right, go.
was amazing.
Go, Sheila, go.
That was great. All right.
You can't do it?
Come on, you can do it.
I know you can do it.
I can do it. That's
You can
all
do
that
it.
Matters, yeah.
She doesn't like to be forced.
We don't want to
Alright.
deal with all. Yeah,
Okay,
she's
Yeah,
okay.
I know I can do it.
All
We
right,
all know I
thought
can
was
do
gonna
it.
We
just keep
believe it.
there, but because when I was a kid, I used to do a lot of handstands.
Okay, you
Still
don't have to.
got
I sounded like a special educator. I do a lot of handstands. But yeah, I remember always when I was a kid, I was
You would do a lot of handstands.
I would practice handstands and see how long I could do it, and I would get better every week. And I could hold it for like 30 seconds and to like a minute. I don't think I ever went past a minute, but
I'm done.
it wasn't even like part of a dance class or nothing. It was just me wanting to do handstands. That's it. So that's
Cool.
Should we see how long you can do it for?
no, I can't do the handstand now. It's long ago.
I have a question for you guys. What are you guys hypocrites about? You do the thing, but you get annoyed when other people do that thing.
You know when you first meet a guy and you're like talking about life and like who you are, you're getting to know each other, and they're like, so what are some things that like pet peeves or whatever? And I remember saying like, oh my gosh, I literally hate it when people are judgmental. Like that's one thing that I will not stand for is if people judge.
Yeah.
And literally, like, the entire time, I was judging left and right and saying it out loud. And he's like, you do realize, like, the one pet peeve you told me you have, you do? I was like, oh, yeah, well, it's different because I'm not, like, doing it in a serious manner. Because people can judge seriously and are very like judgmental and like high horse, But for me, I'm kind of like joking around and I'm like, oh my gosh, do you see that? But it's not like serious.
Is that hot if like a dude kind of calls you out and you catch yourself in a lie? That's hot, right?
Love.
Yeah.
I wish they would do it more, to be honest.
So you love that when dudes just check you
Yes.
and roast the shit out of you.
Yes,
Until it
come
cuts
on.
deep and you're like, okay, chill.
Yeah. I just feel like you don't have to be mean to each other, but I just feel like it's a different kind of love language that allows people to just be like open and fun and authentic and not have to like hide who they are, or because at some point within maybe like 3 months, 3 to 5 months, like things will change, you'll start getting comfortable and act a little differently.
I think if there's no friction and someone's just a yes man all the time, like that's not a good partner. You don't want that. That's boring as hell.
You don't want that.
You don't want.
That's nuts.
Yeah. You want a little friction, right? A little toxicity, if you will.
Not toxic.
Toxic.
No.
Like, what the fuck? Come
Sorry.
on, man.
What?
That's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just want like a little bit of like things that like jolt you or get
Yeah.
you going a little
Keep
bit.
you on your toes.
What's
Yeah.
one thing that are you guys are in a relationship or no? You guys don't?
Together?
No. Like you guys, you guys don't know. Okay, whatever. Whether it's complicated. What's one thing about a partner that you guys had recently that you weren't feeling?
Like something that bothered?
But you're obviously still living
Oh.
with it because you're with them.
Yeah, you can't be don't go too deep.
Well, okay, so I would say that there was this point where I was watching Entourage like a lot, like I was binge watching Entourage, and I guess I was just like roasting a lot. I was roasting my partner a lot because I was just like, Ari Gold is freaking hilarious.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? I was just like channeling that energy.
Love.
And then he got really his feelings were hurt. And I think that I personally think that I should have like been like, oh, like I'm so sorry, but instead the way that what I did I was kind of like turned off by that.
Yeah, you're
You
like,
started roasting him
pussy.
harder.
I started roasting him harder. I was like, you can't even take it. You can't
Yeah.
take it. And so it's not something that he did wrong, but it bothered me for
Yeah.
some reason. And I think I was a hypocrite.
You're like, you would
about
never
it.
be part of my entourage, pussy.
Yeah.
Maybe we should call it quits. Just kidding.
Yeah.
We love him.
Yeah, we love him.
We love him.
What was that?
Yeah.
What?
Oh gosh.
But yeah,
he's
so you
not-
didn't like that he couldn't take it.
I didn't like that he couldn't take it. Yeah, I thought it's all jovial. It's
Is
all
that your
good
first?
fun. You
Is
know?
that the first time you found that out about him?
Yeah, it was the first time he ever like called me mean, and I thought we could joke around with each other like as much as we could. But I mean, it's good that he named a boundary or whatever.
Has there ever been a thing like that where you didn't find out about like a certain characteristic about your partner until like months after a relationship? You know, because
Interesting.
that could be a huge surprise. Like if you're
Yeah.
living with somebody for like 4 or 5 months or together for 4 or 5 months, and all of a sudden you walk in, they're like, you know,
You're like, skirt.
I don't have a problem. This is not a problem, but there is there was this interesting thing that happened to me where I was dating someone, and it wasn't until like 6-7 months into it that I realized that he was taking like I guess I like went to
Steroids?
no whoa you're like same no, I just saw like in his cupboards like he had a lot of like stuff for hair loss. And but he had like it was like
Have you been going through my medicine cabinet? No, I'm
That's
kidding,
why
I'm
you
kidding.
cut your hair.
Shut up.
yeah he that exactly like he had it in like all the cupboards, and like I noticed it like everywhere, like it was like on the but I never really looked through his stuff, and so I had no idea. The weird part is I don't care about the hair thing. It was more that I didn't know that about him. Like I didn't know that was something that maybe he had an insecurity with, or
I don't
something
think
that
you need to know about that. You can expect that kind of stuff from any dude hitting his 30s. You know what I mean? Like that's a common ass thing.
no, but I'm not judging the thing. I'm saying what
I don't know why I'm getting defensive.
Yeah.
for me.
It's not fitting,
Do
I
you
swear.
have something to tell us?
I know. It's just more that I was surprised that I had dated him that long, and I didn't know that that was something that he was going through. So it was more like he didn't share that with me, or like maybe that was it, or just like knowing that that was something. I feel like I get to know people, and I think I get to know them like off the first date. Like I
Yeah.
will ask a shit ton of questions. So like it almost was like more like, oh, I'm not as investigative like as I thought I was, or smart. Like
you wouldn't care about that, right? Would you guys care about that? A hair loss thing?
You guys were talking about like what's something that's
You found
that you
out?
found out later.
Yeah.
I was like so bad, but it's too deep.
It's too deep. It doesn't have. Well, it could be just on. Take it to the surface level. You don't got to get specific. Just
Well, this was when I was like super young. I think I was like 17, and I was dating this guy from high school. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you just date who's at school and like who you think is cute. And then I was dating him, and then like 6 months down the line, I was young, so he asked me if I had $1, and I gave it to him. I was like, "Yeah, I have $1. What do you need $1 for?" He says, "I need $1," and then he rolled it up, and then he chopped up drugs and he snorted it, and we were like so young, and I was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Wait, you don't need $1 for like parking or like candy or something?"
you were like, you had wholesome thoughts, and it just like really shocked
Yeah,
you.
I was so shocked. And I was like, "Huh? That's what people would need $1 for?" I didn't even know people did that. Like, would roll up $1
What
to
were
do
your
that.
thoughts actually the first time seeing something
I was
like that?
so confused. I was like, "What is that?" Like, I didn't even know like what it was. I was so innocent. And he said it was Xanax. And then I was like,
So were you
I don't even
scared?
know what that is. I'm like, "What is that?"
You're like, can I try it? Because I always, because I started doing drugs when I was really young, so that's not like that wouldn't be shocking for me.
For
I
me,
probably
it
was the guy who
was.
asked $1 for $1. But at the time, I always feel like when you're at that age and you're starting to, when you're doing drugs and stuff like that, and there's that person who's like you, who's very wholesome. There's two reactions. One's like they're really scared and they kind of run away from it and like, no, hell no. The other one's like, I kind of want to try it. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
always that. I
was
feel like you're
neither.
like the, you know, I don't want to do it. Steffi's kind of like, I kind of want to try it. You're that kind of like that energy, right?
Are you that I would try the drugs?
Because well, but also it's happened because
No, I'm
you're a
not.
late bloomer.
Yeah, I
So I
didn't
think
try
when you're a
things
late bloomer, you're
Same.
more kind of like you want to maybe try it, curious when you're older. You know what I mean? But when you're younger, you're kind of like shocked.
Yeah, but I was like, "How did I not know this for this long?" Like, it was truly shocking at that age. Me being the wholesome girl that I was. Yeah.
Wait, I didn't even know people snort Xanax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I know you guys
Very
were young
strange.
because he asked for $1. He wasn't even 100. It's just like,
Were
you
you
got
going to the ice cream truck?
Crazy. Anyways.
Yeah. That was it. I mean, that was
it.
so young. That's
I know. I was just having that memory when you're like, you don't know someone, and then you find something else. Like, yeah, that was a moment.
Yeah.
Is
that's
there
shocking.
is there an ick for you guys where it's like you're something about like what they wear? Is there an ick or something they wear that you
A
immediately
garment
are like,
ick.
yeah,
Ooh. Shoes.
what kind?
Just not good shoes. Like
Like
if you don't have any-
loafers.
Loafers are cool if you styled them right. You know,
Yeah.
you have a cool outfit that goes with the vibe.
What's
but
a bad
like,
pair of shoes?
this is going to be controversial, but I really don't like Converse. Like when men like wear Converse.
Really?
That's
I
all
wear
he
Converse.
wears. That's
Sorry.
all he wears.
I don't like
let-
Converse.
So like Chucks,
No, don't like Chucks. I'm sorry.
not in any way. Like if it was like a L.A. West Coast Dickies.
Yo, she's saying no.
No, it's
The funny
have.
thing is, I did right before we started the pod. Remember in the other pod, you said that you don't like dirty Air Force Ones, and she said that's all she has. So you guys have clothing ick.
Clothing.
Clothing ick.
That is
Clothing ick.
interesting.
That is
Yeah.
interesting.
Wait, but
Interesting.
so
very specific.
first of all, I don't only wear Converse. I have
No, you do
shoes.
only
no,
wear
I don't.
Converse.
I have tons of other
I-
shoes. I'll show you my shoe closet right now.
Okay.
Get rid of them.
Okay, that's fair. Everyone has their shoe thing. I
Yeah.
think everyone definitely has their shoe thing. How about you? Do you have a ick?
I don't like t-shirts tucked into jeans.
Oh, I like it.
I know.
Wait,
T-shirt tucked into
To
jeans.
jeans.
With like a cute belt.
Okay.
Still not doing it for you.
Not doing it.
No. I just don't. I don't like dad jeans either.
Okay.
Not a fan of dad jeans.
So these are all things that you guys kind of disagree with so far, right? Like
You like t-shirts tucked, like, let's say like a vintage t-shirt, cool, tucked into some dad jeans with a belt.
With some cool sneakers.
But the dad jeans like go up to like above the ankle.
With some cool scrunchy socks and some cool sneakers.
Oh yeah,
Come
you like that
on.
Silver Lake shit though.
Okay.
okay.
I don't like a tapered. I don't really like a tapered leg.
I don't like tapered
I
legs.
Me
love
neither.
a tapered
I
leg.
Oh,
She's like, I love a good taper.
no chucks. No,
No
chucks.
chucks.
Hey, but are you cool with Chucks?
I'm cool with Chucks, yeah.
You are.
I am.
Okay. Okay. What if he was wearing Chucks, but like he was killing the Crip Walk? Like he was killing it.
That's even worse.
You know what? Okay. Fair enough. Any other? This is a good question. Any other garment icks?
I just don't like when guys wear clothes that are too tight.
Ooh, yeah.
Too tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
That gets me too.
yeah. You don't need to wear a shirt that fits your body exactly. I don't care if you're buff or trying to show off
Yeah.
your muscles. Just like
too
Be a
tight
little
is a little
relaxed.
A
weird.
turtleneck.
Jeans that are
Yeah.
really tight.
No,
Turtleneck?
turtleneck could be
A
nice.
tight turtleneck.
yeah, like
You don't like turtlenecks?
It's too
Turtlenecks could go off.
It's giving
Holiday.
Steve.
It's
Steve
giving
Jobs.
Dwayne the
Yeah.
Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Meme,
how
the
do you
meme.
guys
Back
feel
in the
about
day.
turtlenecks?
I love turtle. I mean, I don't wear turtlenecks. No one's really. There's no pictures of me with turtlenecks, but like I've tried it on, and I like the way it's snug on the neck.
With the chains over?
Oh, I haven't done that. Because everyone thinks about the Rock picture when they think of that.
Oh, yeah.
Instantly with the turtleneck.
Oh, you know what? I had an ex who did this thing where he would only paint one or two of his nails just to like
I see.
seem
Oh,
cool, and I was like,
yeah.
just go all
What's wrong
the
with
way
that?
or don't.
Don't
definitely
point at
done
me. I've done it, but I don't do it all the time.
But you've done it. Like
Oh,
that's
So
sorry,
what?
I didn't know that.
I used to do that in like middle school and stuff. Like there's like punk rock stuff. Just
You did it literally like last year at the
but that
Head
was
in the
all.
Clouds.
I did all
Yeah.
my nails.
You know what's funny? I feel like we have all these icks that are okay. I don't know where I was going to go with that. Let's move on.
That are all dumb.
I have
Converse,
one.
the nails.
I don't like. I don't know if you guys have ever like seen this, but it's like guys who wear shoes that are oversized. Like they look like they've been stuffed at
like
the front.
clowns.
Oh my
Yeah.
Ronald McDonald.
They got the wrong shoe size on. Do you
They
know what I'm
just
talking
look
about?
clearly too big for them.
Yeah,
what
I
if their
feel like
feet
they're-
are that big though?
Wait, why?
I
would
could just
someone do
tell.
that?
I think it's like insecurities of like their feet being small.
Oh yeah, or even like high heels. Like they add like a layer of the heel,
Yeah.
like to give them a little lift.
Yeah, the shape ups.
Yes,
they're
the
wearing
shape.
shape ups.
Yeah,
All right, how
to give
about-
them a
And
little
then
height.
knowing.
Okay, how about this? It's a hot summer day in Los Angeles. You go on a date with a guy for brunch. He pulls up and he's wearing thong sandals.
Thong sandals.
Yeah, thong sandals.
Rainbows.
Yeah, rainbows or whatever, billabongs, whatever.
I don't even like slides.
So that's a no go.
What do you guys think?
I mean, where are we in Hawaii?
No. Here, LA.
Ooh, if it was a Hawaiian.
Hawaii,
hot
it's
spot.
I think
Right.
Hawaii is acceptable.
Yeah.
No,
Would
but-
you agree with that?
Yeah,
I,
for sure.
I
That's part,
can't-
that's
I
like
probably,
damn near part of the culture there, So it's
right.
Like,
So that's acceptable. But like out here, I'd be like, whoa, you forgot to put your shoes on.
so no on the thong sandals.
No on the thong sandals.
Okay, how about this? Swagged outfit, regular sandals with fly socks on.
What
Like
the-
Regular
slides.
sandals?
Slides?
Slides.
No.
No,
Not for me.
Socks with
come
slides?
on.
No.
It's literally like-
Okay, because I've done that. I'm just
I
checking on
know.
that. I tried to set it up perfectly. I was like, swagged outfit, fly socks, but slides.
Nope.
No slides. You can't do slides.
Can-
A sandal is okay, but
I-
slides.
What do you mean?
no.
What do you mean? That's what I mean.
Like a cool
like a
sandal.
designer sandal, you mean.
Yeah.
So that's okay. A
I
design.
don't even like designer sandal, to be honest.
Yeah.
How do you feel about bad tattoos? Like knowing that it's bad, would you rather have no like
That's okay. Everyone got one of those.
no, but it's like as a whole, like if it's in a place where you have to see it all the time, and it's a bad tattoo, but they're great overall.
I was like, I wasn't with this girl, but I hooked up with a girl who had a crazy like Mount Rushmore
No.
of like terrible 4 people on her stomach.
Who were they?
It was crazy. I forget who it was. I think one was like Marilyn Monroe, like
Oh
a Betty
my
Boop.
goodness.
Like it was like 4 of them.
It's kinda cool.
And she wore a bathing suit and it was bad. She looked bad as hell, but just 4 Mount Rushmore of like random, might be a Nickelodeon character. I don't know. It was crazy. Yeah.
Pepper Ann.
Pepper Ann, Betty Boop. Yeah.
I mean, those tattoos are kind of cool, but location matters.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like those, like the Marilyn Monroe, Betty Boop, like through the stomach is a little bit like eeks. But I mean, I could, like if it were like down the back or like something, or like on her thigh.
Nah, that's still bad anywhere on the body.
I don't know. I wouldn't be too mad at that.
Do you have a bad tattoo?
Yeah, I guess.
What does it say?
Like I mean, it's it's not bad per se, but it's just like a dragonfly on
It's
my
like-
lower back.
If you don't pay for the valet, ballet. I don't know.
No second date if no valet.
It just says it's like right above. It's right above her private parts. No parking here unless you pay for the valet. So stupid.
No,
That's
actually, I
fun.
don't really have a bad tattoo. It's just like one that's on my lower back that I'm kind of like, oh.
What does it
I
say?
would have. Well, it says luck in Chinese, and then it's just like a picture of a dragonfly. It's not like terrible. It's just I got it when I was 14, and in hindsight, I wouldn't have done that. That's it. That's as bad as it gets.
Tattooed eyebrows on somebody
On
you
men?
on a first date. Yeah.
On a man?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
But they're perfect in every other way on a everything.
You might not even find that out if they don't if they don't tell you.
Oh,
if
we
somebody's
can see it.
if
Girls can
somebody's
see
eyebrows is
everything.
tattooed.
Wait, what? I've never seen that before. What do you
I've seen
mean?
it.
The whole thing tattooed.
No, you could. What if you just know?
Girls get it tatted all the time, right?
Yeah, but it's different.
shaving brows, shaved brows.
Like the 2-line.
Oh, I like that thing.
I like that thing too.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, I don't mind a shaved brow.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about like I'm talking about like if they had like it what is it called?
Wax?
Their brows like
Oh.
where it's
I
perfect.
used to do that in middle school.
I know guys that get that.
I
Yeah.
used to do the 2 in
I
middle
don't.
school.
I
Okay.
personally am not
Let's leave it in
attracted
middle
to
school.
I
it.
used to have
neither.
the cubic zirconium earrings in middle school.
Oh my gosh.
Line up and
Okay, I'm gonna say
I like Puerto Rican in middle school.
I felt weird, and this is like a really intense. I want to say it's a ick. I don't know what it is. It's like I knew the product they used to like do their thing.
Wait,
And
what?
They used coconut oil and
To
something
do what?
about to do like a little thing, and I thought that was weird.
Wait, what? I'm still confused. To do what thing?
This thing, like to touch their pee-pee. I don't know.
Oh, so you
And-
found out that they
It was
were using
coconut
coconut
oil.
oil as lubricant to jerk off.
Yeah, and I thought
You
that
could
was.
just say that, and I don't know what this was.
I didn't want to talk about it, but I
Okay.
had to bring that up because I thought that was something very specific. That was like almost
Specific.
That's good.
That's a good one.
All right,
like, yo,
you're a battle rapper or a podcaster right now? What's going on here?
A little bit about that.
I mean, I heard coconut oil is really good for you in every aspect, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I'm
it was-
not mad at that.
Oh, really?
That's
like
literally what
organic.
you call pulling.
The-
That's funny. Come on, guys. Nothing. That was a bar. That was a bar right there. Oh my god. Could you guys agree over there? That was good. Okay, thank you.
Here's rubbing coconut on his nuts. Okay.
Pulling
We were
was
all
better.
doing it.
Pulling
We're all
was
doing
better. Pulling was better.
All right.
So let me talk about this, about long distance relationships. There's long distance relationships and there's short distance, but there's a distance that's a little maybe too far to pursue for a serious thing. You know what I mean? I'm talking LA to OC.
Wow, you wouldn't do that?
Well, you would do that.
I think that's okay. LA to OC. I would do that.
Because it's like this, like that's why scooters were invented, because there's distances a little too close to take a cab to. You know what I mean? So you got a scooter. So I'm talking about a scooter relationship.
Scooter. Oh. Why
Did I say it like
Yeah.
that? Okay.
Scooter.
A scooter
Why scooters
relationship.
were invented.
So I'm talking about a lime relationship. Do we have a bird relationship situation here?
First of all, no man is picking me up on no bird or lime or coming to see me on a lime.
You never seen two people in love on a bird scooter? That is beautiful. It's like they're rolling at like 20 miles per hour in prom photo position. It's crazy.
It is kind of fun though.
It is really fun. That's a fun date.
That
That'd
is a
be cute,
fun
right?
date. That is cute.
Until you guys both eat shit.
I
That's
can't- yeah.
embarrassing as hell. Okay, so what is the longest distance in a relationship you'd be willing to drive?
San Diego?
Oh,
San
wow.
Diego.
What's your
Oh.
parameters right now on your dating apps?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I mean, I don't know.
I put mine at 50 recently, but it used to be for a year, it used to be at 10.
What's like 50 miles away from
I
here?
did not want to go
50 miles per hour sounds thirsty as hell.
50 well, because they were good choices, and I've gone through all the matches within all the apps within a certain, and I didn't like any of them. So like, then you got to expand. But going all the way to, I live on the east side, going all the way to the west side is like a huge commitment.
So
40 minutes for, you really got to like
So
somebody.
you went through all your 10-mile per radius parameters, and you were like,
Nah, fam.
this is all trash. My
all trash.
community is trash.
Yeah,
That's what you're
I was
saying.
like, I'm trash. Other people are trash here.
And then you opened up 50 miles,
Yeah.
and you were like, "Oh, it's a me problem," and then, or what happened there after you opened it up to 50?
I started matching with more tech bros.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, more
West
tech
side.
bros. Yeah. The west side is full of tech bros. But you know what's funny? I went on a date with a tech bro a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Oh, like, do you never come out to the east side?" And he had known all the east side places, and I was like surprised by that. And he's like, "No, actually, the girls on the east side are better." And I think the men on the west side might be better. This might be a thing that we talked about, and I was like, maybe
So
there's a truth
in
to
Los
that.
Angeles, you think the girls are better on the east side and the men are better on the west side?
Potentially. I don't know for sure, but it's something I'm testing out. And
I'm conducting an
I'm
experiment.
conducting an
back.
experience, and I am driving 50 hours for potential
50
good
miles.
dick, and we don't know. I will let you know.
I'm in search of dick. All right. No to ick. Yes to dick. All right. She's picketing.
Sandy, I wouldn't do Sandy. That's an interesting thing, because you're saying there is no distance for love, essentially.
Essentially, yeah.
But how about dick? But you're not looking for that right now.
What if they were in another state?
I would also consider another state.
Do you notice on Raya, the matches are in New York, in New
Yeah,
Zealand?
Yeah. I'll say yes to South Africa.
So you're just setting it up for a potential meetup at some point.
Yes.
That's romantic.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And if the connection and conversation is pleasant, then there is no boundary.
You could always get some content out of it. You might shoot a TikTok by the pyramids.
Exactly. My life is just a ha-ha-hoo content.
I want to talk about when do you guys have you guys ever put your significant others on your social media?
Yeah.
You have.
I have. It
Did you know when to do it?
It started with like meals we would eat, and then it would just be like the neck down. And then it would be like his arms holding onto the food, and then it would just be the neck down. And then I would get comments like, "Okay, dude, so you're just gonna take photos of your boyfriend and post it online, but not show his face?" And I would just do again the neck down. But slowly, as time progressed, and I felt more secure, and I was like, you know what, this is a full-on relationship. I was very open to posting him, and he was the first guy I posted on my Instagram. He's still up there if anybody cares to stalk.
How does it
She
feel
hard
though?
launched.
Did it feel good? Because that was the first time. you
Yeah,
did
it was so fun, and it didn't feel like. I think social media was a little different back then too.
So-
10 years ago, it was definitely different.
You
Yeah.
put the coming soon post, huh? his neck, his back. All right, sorry. I want to get that bit
Yeah.
off. All right.
But I do feel like social media is so different nowadays that people are so much more calculated and just like
Invested.
yeah. Like, but 10 years ago when you posted your boyfriend, everyone was supportive of it,
Oh,
you know, and you
yeah.
didn't feel like you weren't going to be threatened. Your relationship was not going to be threatened.
I do like a lot of privacy as I gotten older because we've all been on social media for so long in our lives now. Like, and there was a point where we loved sharing. As you get older, don't you want to kind of feel like you want to hold on to certain things to yourself too?
Or share them.
Yeah.
Oh, really? It's the opposite?
I share
it
them more.
depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it totally depends.
But what's the mentality there? Just because you don't want to lose those moments?
But also there's a line of like being private or being a secret. Because Instagram, like you can
Bores.
okay?
Okay,
but
go
you can
on.
look like you're single on Instagram, and so you're giving off this persona or whatever when you're in a full-on marriage or something and nobody knows. So I think sharing here and there, like to your like comfortability zone, is actually maybe good because like people are so invested in you and what you're doing. I don't know, that it could be giving off the wrong idea, or you're trying to look a certain way
Yeah.
when you're not really even single, or
Transparency.
yeah, just a little bit of transparency.
Oh,
I think the
see.
hardest
so like
part is
keeping
like
it private but not secret.
for sure. I think the scary part
I like
is
that.
like the breakup,
Right.
right? If you know they're like, you can't plan for the breakup, but like that's probably the hardest part.
Yeah.
Is like if their face is plastered everywhere,
You can archive that though from experience.
because then
Just
everyone
archive
knows
those.
they know your business.
Well, then they know and you don't have to explain.
That's true.
Okay,
Now
here's
they're not
a
together.
good question. Is there a type of post from a dude that you thought was hot that was cringe and turned you off?
Certain selfies.
Certain
Like,
selfies is a cringe selfie.
certain selfies. If you're looking at the camera in a specific way, you're like trying to pierce into my soul and it's a lot. I can't.
I don't like taking a photo or I don't like it when they take photos in front of their car or any car, or like there's the steering wheel,
yeah.
or like they've moved their,
Yeah.
like that kind of thing.
Like showing off the car,
Show-
or
just, you
or
know, like
just
the
them posing with
hands
the car.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
It's
a
a
good
Kia. It's a Nissan Sentra. Just
But they wouldn't. I'm like, even if it was a fancy car, like don't do that.
Yeah, it's corny.
for sure.
I got you. I got you.
I'm not much into fedoras. I've been seeing a lot of
I've heard that
fedoras.
before.
Fedora
I've been,
post?
I've been
Yeah.
seeing a lot of people, and I think the excuse is that they're on a Yeah, I think because my age range is like hot. I don't know.
Fedoras are back.
I don't know if they're bad. I don't
Fedoras
think
never
they're bad.
left. Really, I'm not saying they're hot, but they never left.
They
They're
just
around.
travel to a certain person.
I think it's like
Fedora
they're-
just roll like the Indiana Jones fedora, and someone picks it up next, and they're just like, "I'm next."
I thought they were like really tacky. I thought it was a thing.
No,
Fedoras
fedora.
are. Yeah.
It's just
they're not-
it's not like trendy or not. It's just like a genre
No.
that will always be there.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it's
People
like
make fun of them.
a certain. I think it's a certain generation, and I think it's, and I think it's like they're typically on vacation. I didn't mean to make that rhyme, but
It's been bars.
it's like
you guys, you gonna beatbox? No, fedoras are the longest lasting hat of all time. That thing has time traveled through generations
Yeah.
of like the 1300s to like now. It's been on the Oregon Trail. Like it's just really have existed for a long time.
I think of
Well,
Jason
I challenge
Mraz.
Fedora challenge. I challenge you to wear a fedora in the next, in the next
I'm
2
not
weeks.
starting the
and-
fedora challenge.
Start it. Can you make
Please,
fedoras
yes,
cool
please.
again?
Wait,
that's
I
good.
promise they
That
won't.
would
I
be-
need you to make them cool again.
Yeah.
All right,
You can do
look
it.
out for my post. I'm just looking at the camera like this. Hashtag Fedora Challenge.
In front of a car.
Hashtag my lady.
My leg.
Lad.
Me lady.
I don't. First of all, I'm
In the
afraid to start
Bahamas.
the challenge because I don't think it's going to continue. No one's going to pick. Like,
No, I think people would, to
accept
be
that
honest.
challenge.
Yeah.
I
No, I
think they
think people
would.
would
They would.
actually.
I'll do
To
it
be
if
honest.
somebody
I think
here
you,
picks
definitely.
up the challenge. All right, how about that?
It has to be from men. Though.
Yeah, it's a men
Yeah,
thing.
it's men.
Girls will wear fedoras.
Yeah.
How about you go on a date and a girl wears a fedora?
I've done it before though. I've worn like fedora.
Like back in the day with
Back-
like a button-down shirt and
yeah,
boots.
exactly. With
Y'all
like
do
a
it?
vest. I'm not gonna do
You
it.
wore a fedora like you're in a talent show or some shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, I feel like dancers. It's a dancer thing.
It's a dancer thing. It's
Because the minute you have it, you know it's gonna come out at some point. That's
You
one
know it's
of
gonna
the
be one move.
Yeah, it is.
But once they do the toss, that's it.
That's
the
it.
fedora's gone for the rest of the routine.
Yeah. Spotlight's
Wow, I love that.
There was a time fedoras was hot though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you-
like the music videos, like Usher.
But like
Yeah.
they couldn't wear it to an actual realistic event, or can they? It was okay. Do you remember that time? I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't-
that's why
It's
it's,
okay.
chuggy now. Is because it was cool and then it got out of trend.
that could come back though.
Well, you're gonna bring it back.
No, I'm not gonna bring that back. There's a
I'm
lot of
leaving you.
things that we never think it's gonna come back that might come back. I heard like, like real baggy jeans have been around for a bit now. I think things are gonna start changing again on that one.
I don't think so.
No, no, I feel like everyone's been overstaying on the baggy for a bit.
And I think for good reason too, because the skinny jeans was just
No, I'm
it.
not saying go all the way back to skinny, but things might get a little skinnier than we thought. We're living in some skinny times.
Whoa.
Wait, no, that's not, I meant metaphorically.
Okay.
All right. We're going to wrap things up. You guys have been a blast. Sheila Ave, always a pleasure. It's
Always.
not even that cold outside. I don't know why you're wearing that puffy
It's
jacket.
freezing.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay cozy.
What's your IG?
Cozy. My IG is at Sheila Ave, SheelaAawe.
Okay, follow her, guys. Blair
my
Kimchi.
Hey, what do you want?
Blair Kimchi, BLAIR.
Oh, my handle.
Yeah.
Blair Kimchi, BLAIRKMCHI.
Great content. She's a professional dancer, dances with The Weeknd, Jackson Wang, so many more people.
Dang, I wish I could do that too.
Diana Bake, what's up?
Hi.
Where can people check you out?
I don't have anything to plug except for if you're in New York, you should check out my Psychology Today profile.
She's a therapist, so if you need a therapist,
Accepting new clients.
accepting
So-
clients in New York. So
Okay. Do you do Zoom?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm in need of a therapist, but you're too close to my circle, so that's
No,
not
yeah,
a good
I
idea.
can't know you, and also you should be in New York because that's where I'm licensed. DIANABAIK.
Okay, and that's Steffi's sister Diana. This is Steffi Bake. Anything?
Yeah, you can find me at my Instagram, BAIKEDGUDS. Check out my other podcast called Cash Cuties Pod. And also, my Venmo is Steffi is me. STEFFIEISME.
Okay, wow. That's
yeah.
how you plug the hell out of something right
yeah.
there. Check us out next week for another episode of Fun with Them. Thank you guys.
Thank
Hey.
you.